heavy dose of the last of those three here tonight as you look inside a wet and wild Lumen Field.
Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Seattle Seahawks. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That catch good for only a couple.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Jones now on 3rd and 2. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Jones. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
On 1st down, Murray. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Jonathan Bostic. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Throwing Jones.
Vikings 10-yard line.
Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Latavius Murray, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good.
Seahawks 7, Vikings nothing. Youngway Koo set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Open man is Ross, complete.
Touchdown, Vikings! John Ross, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions.
And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember,
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Now left side on the swing pass. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
12-yard line.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guy.
It got his man complete. The 20, 10, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Vikings have taken the lead.
The kick is good.
Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Oh, Jones has just thrown his 3rd interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
At the 49-yard line.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked by the rookie, Julian Blackmon. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline. And now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Mecole Hardman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. The point after through the raindrops up and good. And we are tied at 14.
To kick off.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he's going to be brought down inside the 5 at the 3.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Quick slant to Brown. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him. 15 big yards. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. And his throw is incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd down.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Flushed out right. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Rodgers to throw once more. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Well, Aaron Donald just so strong they can't block him, and he records the sack.
It's 2nd down.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. With a former All-Pro, this is David Johnson. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
And it's 3rd down.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the 1st half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Now it's Lockett. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Seahawk football as they take over deep in their own territory. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last.
You would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
That was 2nd down run for Murray. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Malik Jackson.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Here's Jones on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The Seahawks send out their punter. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Now here's Ross. So that a 56-yard punt with a 14-yard return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So, sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a...
And this is caught at the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Touchdown.
Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Makes the score Vikings 21, Seahawks 14.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones taking a deep shot here for Hardman. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21.
Ties the game at 21 apiece. Younghoe Koo set to kick off.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate. Here, you're trying to figure out if you can slow someone down while continuing your breakneck pace on offense. I know one thing. The people in the crowd, they're getting their money's worth right now.
And the fantasy owners like it.
Oh, without a doubt. They're just tallying them up, aren't they?
They're watching this game. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On 1st down, Rodgers. This will be caught once again by Brown. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Seahawks' 44-yard line.
And again, it's Rodgers. Going deep. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Vikings are going to take the lead. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game.
Score Vikings 28, Seahawks 21. Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Now Jones going for Metcalf on the deep ball. This is caught inside the 15. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up.
It is good.
And he knocks it through.
That will tie the game, 28 all. Youngwei Koo set to kick off.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. A lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Touchdown.
Aaron Rodgers on fire. His 5th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Vikings are going to take the lead. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up, whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it.
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off down near the 5.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He gives it to Brown, complete. And he will have a Vikings 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Going deep downfield for Ross. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 17. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 46.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And it drops down incomplete. Seahawks thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
No, I can't go.
set to kick off.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is taken just shy of the 10. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
12-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turn that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Again here on 2nd and 10. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Cameron Jordan so tough to block as he gets in there to record the sack.
Third down.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. From the gun, Rodgers. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down.
4th down.
Here we go on 4th down with Rodgers. And it is incomplete. It was Jalen Mills getting a hand in there defensively.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in with Murray. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Latavius Murray with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. And in this rain, they were nice and cautious there on the extra point try, and that caution was well warranted as this game is tied.
35. Set to kick off.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. From the 6. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
11 yards there, 1st down. Operating from the gun, Rodgers. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Dietrich Wise Jr. able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. After the sack on 1st down, Rodgers. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Open man right side is Shark. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on to it at second down. Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Jones to throw on 3rd down. Going for Metcalf on the... And this will be caught at the 30. And he is finally out of bounds all the way down at the 30. It's a big play on 3rd down for the Seahawks. 45 yards. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
53 at the mic. 53 at the mic. I'm trying to collect.
From the gun, Jones. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Mike, 53.
Now Jones going to throw again. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 16. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Call it a gain of 14 for the 2nd play in a row.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. A.J. Epinesa in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
And goal at the 3-yard line.
2nd down and goal. Jones to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and avoids the incompletion.
From the 3-yard line again, they'll try and punch it in here on 3rd and goal. Now they'll run. Murray. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
A loss of 2 yards. It's now 4th and goal.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Younghoe Koo on for the field goal. A 22-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Their own 27-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They go to Johnson again. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 7. First down, Minnesota.
On the ground, this is Johnson. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Taken down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line.
On the tackle.
The Vikings on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Again, it's Hyde. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
Jalen Mills.
They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
2 yards on the
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On second down, Johnson. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
David Johnson.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Again, it's Johnson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he's got this down to the 35. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Running from the gun, Johnson. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Here's Johnson. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Back to throw, Rodgers. It's complete, swings it out to his running back. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Touchdown.
David Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead.
And touchdown and congratulations and 0 relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Yeah, part 1 is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special teams guys. Make sure the kickoff is exactly what you want and cover it well.
And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. They'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
First and 10.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
First down, Minnesota.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
A loss of 9.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Minnesota, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they drop below 500 to 2-3.